Hello, my chess friends. We're taking a look at some stalemates, and I guess even before I start this stalemate, I have to fix the board a little bit. It's the middle of the summer here in good old York, Pennsylvania, so I'm dressed for summer and a little bit more casual than normal. There we go. This is a game from 1988. And the current situation, Black is pretty confident. He's got two pawns up. They're both passed pawns, as you can see right here and here. And the king is trapped. So you would think that Black has a pretty good shot at winning. He's also attacking this particular, this pawn here. Of course, to take a loss, White losing, that's one whole point loss. He'll get a 0, Black will get a 1/2. But if White can find a way to create a stalemate, then all of a sudden he gets a 1/2 a point. Very interesting move. What White did is he checked with knight to g5. Now Black has absolutely no choice but to take this piece because, of course, the queen is being forked, which he does. Now, before I give you the next move, take a look at the white king and notice that he cannot move to this square, or this square, or this square, or this square, or this square. Also, of course, these two pawns are basically frozen. They're not going anywhere. So all White has to do is dispose of his queen. Game over. So he came in and played king to f5 check. And believe it or not, in the game, the next move was king takes queen. Stalemate. White has nowhere to go. Now let me take note here, because some of you would say, well, why does he have to take the queen? Black doesn't. Let's say Black moves away. Put a new variation in. All White has to do is keep checking Black. Oh, let's say he goes there. Just keep checking Black. But he has to make sure the king is going to take him, take the queen. Well, in this case, no choice. Have to take him. Go back a little bit. As you can see, this can go on for quite some time. You also could get a perpetual check out of it. And what are you going to do? You're going to just, as you'll see, he just keeps. Now in this case, well, he does. He always has the check here. If he doesn't have a direct check where you can get next to the king, you could always make diagonal or ranked checks. But you can see there's just no way. There's no way to get out of it. I do want to take note that you might want to watch the video I did on perpetual checks, because sometimes instead of getting a stalemate, you'll just get a perpetual check. Neat example. This was from an actual game. Let me get you the 1963. It's White. It's Black to move. As you can tell, Black is down a rook. He's going to lose. There's just no way around this, unless he comes up with something pretty drastic. And here it's hiding. Notice that the Black king, again, these squares, all these squares around him, he can't move to. His pawn can't, none of his pawns can move. The only thing that can move is his queen. Black came up with an ingenious move. Queen to c1. There we go. Queen to c1. I finally got it on the board. Now, White has no choice but, of course, to take the queen, because, sure, the check is nice on the king, but it's also threatening to take the queen. If White simply gives the queen up, well, then Black will win the game. So the queen has no choice but to take. And now look, black's turn, he has nowhere to move. Therefore, it's stalemate. You know, if your position is completely hopeless and you're not going to have any chances of winning, no chances of perpetual check, no chances of stalemate, I think good sportsmanship personally is to say, okay, I resign. But I also remind you, and I'm actually playing a game on Red Hot Pawn, which I think I was pretty well lost. I was going to lose. I was down 2 pawns and continued the game anyway because I want my opponent to prove that he can win in the end game. It was a queen and knight versus queen and bishop end game. And my opponent made a mistake and allowed me to fork his king and queen. So things do happen. Don't give up immediately. Make your opponent prove to you that he or she knows how to win, being a piece up or 2 pawns up or even 1 pawn up. Don't give up the fight until there's no fight left in you. And also remember, you have the elements of perpetual check and the ability to be stalemated. And if possible, even though you may be down, in this case a rook, try to maneuver into a stalemate position. That is your way to get a half a point instead of a 0. I hope this has been instructive and that you'll be watching the other videos that I already have posted on this channel. And there's more to come. You take care and happy and good chess.